How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another virtual description. Today we are going to talk about my really cool 1973 Ford Bronco Ranger. This is a truck that I picked up from a customer out of East Tennessee. He actually is the one that had most, if not all, of the work done on this truck over the last number of years. They owned it for a while. He did, again, a lot of work to it, had his fun with it, and then ended up selling it directly to me here at my dealership. The truck comes with a Marty report, and then we do actually have a couple receipts. He didn't keep receipts on everything, but we do have a receipt for the motor being rebuilt along with the transmission, so that's really cool. On the driveline, this is a factory 302 automatic Bronco Ranger, which is really cool. The motor is the original 302, or believed to be the original 302. It's got the period correct casting number on there. I wasn't able to find a VIN, but sometimes they didn't have the VINs on them. Being that it's a 302, sometimes it's hard to actually decode a VIN off of them. But the motor itself has been rebuilt. We have a receipt for that. More of a stock style rebuild than anything, and it runs excellent. And then it is backed by a 3-speed automatic transmission, which is a C4. Also have a receipt for that. And then on your transfer case, you have your factory 4x4 with your manual locking hubs, and then it is a Dana 20 transfer case. All of the 4x4 system works properly. And again, this is a great driving Bronco. You are equipped with power steering, but you do still have original manual drums. So I would spring to go for a power disc brake conversion in the front, just kind of for peace of mind, especially if you want to drive this regularly. The drum brakes do stop well, but again, I would go to a disc brake just to have that done. On your exhaust, it still retains a stock style set of manifolds and then a stock crossover pipe with a stock muffler and a stock style tailpipe. It's not terribly loud at all going down the road when it comes to the exhaust. You could go with headers, go with aftermarket Flowmaster mufflers, or leave it just like it sits because it does sound good. The only real other item that's been upgraded is it does have a steering stabilizer in the front, so that helps with some of the road walk that these 4x4 Broncos get. So this truck does actually drive nice down the highway at 60 miles an hour, 55, 60 miles an hour. It's very comfortable. Take a look at my test drive video. It'll be about a 10-minute long video of me personally driving the vehicle going down the road. I'll dive into more of the mechanicals on it, but again, this is a good driving truck. On my does it work section, a couple really small items not working. The horn doesn't do anything. That aftermarket stereo is not playing any sound and coming on. And then I do not have any door lock keys, so you'd have to rekey the door if you want to lock and unlock it. Everything else is working outside of the washer sprayer fluids, the washer fluid sprayers. I always say that backwards. They're not spraying any fluid, but the wipers, however, do work. Take a look at my does it work section posted on my website. Within the photo set, there's a screenshot of the does it work section or my additional informations tab on the website. It is going to show that does it work section along with extra photos of the flaws around the truck. During my normal inspection, I did note just a small drip from the transfer case along with a minor drip from the power steering pump. Just really minor stuff, probably from not being used regularly. I always talk about regular classic car little seeps and weeps. If you're not driving these old vehicles daily or regularly, not daily, but regularly driving them, the seals just shrink up and you're going to get some little seeps and weeps. Obviously, if you go out and underneath it, there's a giant puddle, you're going to have a problem, and that's going to be something you're going to want to repair. I would not classify these as problematic leaks, more just kind of your classic car little drips. Same thing with some of the bushings, like the rear frame section for the strut rod bushings are a little bit cracked. And some of the leaf spring bushings do show a little bit of age as well. Again, nothing that I would dive into replacing unless you have to have brand new bushings. It all is in good shape and it doesn't have any issues on any of the performance. Just kind of some minor little nitpicky notes there for my customers that some of the bushings do have a little bit of age to them. On the exterior, this was originally coated as a Z, which is hot ginger metallic. Now it is a later model F-150 two-tone maroon and tan. The paint quality is nice. What is really cool about this truck is it is a factory uncut Bronco. The fenders are original and the quarters are original, and that's probably the best thing and the main thing that I look for when I buy and sell Broncos. I've done plenty of them and sold plenty of Broncos that have had cut fenders, but finding an uncut one like this is really cool. Having the brand new BFG tires with the stock style Ranger caps on it just gives this truck an awesome look. You have a really nice fold down soft top. You can take the doors off if you want to. I would personally source a hard top just to have it to go with the truck, but that's personal preference. I always like a hard top, but the soft top is in nice shape. Back on the paint quality, it represents well. There are some small little stone chips down low from the truck being driven after it was repainted a number of years ago. Paint quality, again, represents nice. It does have a couple smaller little dry spots in the paint. And then on the body line, on the rear quarters, you can see some little imperfections in the bodywork. Pretty nitpicky stuff, but overall the paint quality does show nice. Just little things you can kind of note here and there. The hubcaps do have a few little dings in them. Just kind of, again, nitpicky things. Cosmetically, for a truck to hop in and drive and be very proud of, it represents well, but I wouldn't classify it as show quality paint. Take a look at my additional informations tab on my website, again, pcclassiccars.com. Click on that. It'll outline a lot of the little imperfections and nitpicky things that I'm talking about in this video will be in that link. On the interior, absolutely love the Ginger Ranger bucket seats. This is coated as a C4 Ginger interior, so you have the bucket seats, then you have the stock style bench seat in the back. The seat covers and foam have been recently redone. The interior panels are nice. The dash pad doesn't have any cracks. The gauges all look good. You do have that aftermarket stereo under the dash. Unfortunately, it's not working. Probably pretty easy to get it going. I didn't diagnose it. Again, overall, interior represents really nice, and I love the Ginger interior. It shows really well. On the engine bay, very clean. You have nice valve covers, air cleaner. You have that rhino-lined kind of undercoated material on the inner fenders. The overall engine bay is very nice. Again, you still have a stock style set of manifolds. I would personally go with a set of headers, flow masters, and dual exhaust. That's just me. But overall, the engine bay, again, nothing out of place. It all shows well. Nothing's missing or needs to be addressed on the engine bay of this Bronco. The underneath is very solid. The floors, the frame rails, and the inner rockers are all extremely solid. And I didn't find any current rust issues, which is pretty unusual for a Bronco. Again, very nice. No current rust issues. I did find a small spot on the driver's side inner rocker where they repaired. And a couple real small spots in the floor that were addressed when the truck was redone. But overall, very nice underneath. Represents as a good, solid Bronco on the underneath. Talked about the exhaust. It has an original style of exhaust. I would go with a dual exhaust setup on it just to get a little bit more of a muscle car, muscle kind of truck sound out of it. The quiet muffler right now is not my personal preference. You can put headers, dual exhaust on this for relatively inexpensive. That's kind of a personal touch thing. So the next owner can leave this exhaust or change it to what they want to. Not difficult to have done anywhere. But again, underneath, great solid truck. Nothing to really complain about at all. Overall, if you haven't figured out during this video, I'm a huge fan of this Bronco. I always love uncut trucks like this. Definitely hard to get in the Bronco market. If you're looking at this video, you know the Bronco market is through the roof, and these trucks are just skyrocketing in value. This is a really cool redone Bronco. I love the two-tone. I love that it does have a removable soft top. Yes, I would find a hard top to go with it, but right now, the only thing I would really do is personally, I'd change the exhaust to a headers or even leave the manifolds, but go with a dual exhaust setup on it. I would source a hard top, and then I would go with the vintage AC setup on it to have that cold AC, and then I would drive this truck regularly. It's a really cool truck, a lot of fun. It gets a lot of looks going down the road, and it's just a nice truck front to back. If I didn't mention it before, we do have a Marty report for it. It is a factory Ranger Bronco. The 4x4, all that stuff works well, and it does have brand new BFG tires. Just again, really cool, sorted truck mechanically, and a lot of fun to drive. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my virtual descriptions. Make sure you check out that test drive video along with my additional informations tab on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I'll catch you guys on the next virtual description, and have a great rest of your day.